The galaxy had always trusted its own strength. For millennia, the great empires stood tall. Their fleets were monuments to power, their technology honed over centuries. But that unshakable confidence shattered the day the core Dominion's fleet, one of the most feared in the known universe, simply vanished above a quiet blue world called Earth. The news ripped across the stars like a shockwave. On the gleaming trade hubs of distant worlds, markets crashed in an instant. On heavily fortified military stations, klaxons blared without end, a constant, shrilling reminder of their newfound vulnerability. The Assembly of Worlds, a council that hadn't faced a true crisis in 1,000 years, convened an emergency session. For the first time in living memory, the gilded chamber was filled not with boisterous debate, but with a heavy, suffocating silence. The only question on every dignitary's lips was a single, whispered word. How? Fragmented data from the few surviving probes painted a terrifying, impossible picture. The human ships moved like ghosts, materializing from nothing and vanishing just as quickly. There were no energy signatures, no telltale hyperspace ripples. No weakness could be found. But the most unsettling detail was the lack of a command structure. No admiral, no fleet commander, no central signal. Every single human vessel acted in perfect synchronized harmony, as if guided by a single, invisible mind. The galaxy was baffled. Their own military doctrines were built on rigid hierarchy, on strict chains of command. Without orders, a soldier was paralyzed. Without a leader, an army disintegrated into chaos. But humanity was different. When one pilot made a move, the others followed instantly. Not because they were commanded, but because they understood. They trusted. It was coordination without control. A tactical nightmare the galaxy had never conceived. Desperate to regain the upper hand, the Dominion cornered the human colony on Mars, sending 3 of their largest fleets. They believed overwhelming numbers would crush this fledgling species' spirit. But as their formidable ships maneuvered into their attack formations, something impossible occurred. The human fleet was already there, no flashes of light, no spatial distortions, just a sudden, silent, and absolute arrival. Within seconds, the Dominion's mighty vessels were completely surrounded. The alien captains scrambled to issue retreat orders, but their drives sputtered and died. Their weapon systems went dark. Their carefully planned formations collapsed into a confused mess. It wasn't a battle. It was a dissection. It was a chilling demonstration of utter helplessness. It was then that the Dominion admirals, floating powerless in the void, realized the horrifying truth. The humans didn't need bigger fleets or more powerful cannons. They had something far more potent: speed, precision, and a unity that no empire could ever hope to match. Every attempt to engage them ended the same way, not with the fiery spectacle of explosions, but with a cold, unnerving silence. The galaxy had long mocked Earth's brief, chaotic history. They'd labeled humans as reckless, impulsive, and too young to be trusted. Now, in hushed tones, they whispered a new word: unstoppable. Back on Earth, there were no grand parades, no wild celebrations of victory. Instead, there was work. A quiet, determined focus settled over the planet. Scientists pushed the boundaries of their resonance drives. Engineers worked tirelessly to develop faster jump capabilities, smarter weapons, and stronger defenses. Ordinary citizens volunteered their time and skills, knowing they were part of something greater than themselves. For the first time, humanity wasn't a collection of warring nations. It was one people with one purpose and one unbreakable will. And the galaxy finally truly understood what it had awakened. The ancient empires had spent millennia convinced of their own permanence, their laws, their traditions, their fleets. They believed it all would last forever. But that certainty had crumbled to dust. The old order was fading. And at the epicenter of this seismic shift stood humanity, no longer the youngest, most overlooked voice in the assembly, but the loudest. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse into a new cosmic order, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. We'd love to have you join our community. See you in the next one.